Welcome to Oh Brother, a podcast where we try to figure it all out. With your hosts, Brandon and Colin. On this week's show, Sportstyle. Ahoy!
Ahoy!
What's going on?
Oh, not a lot.
Yeah?
Packing, mostly.
Right.
How
Yeah.
are you?
I am well. We just had a bunch of storms come through. One of the reasons why we were a little late, we were trying to do an evening swim, or they call it a late night swim at the pool.
Yeah.
And things just kept getting delayed because of the storms in the area. And for some reason, they're like really concerned about lightning. And so when it gets close,
Come on. What?
Say-
Lightning and pools go together wonderfully. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
Just kidding.
That's
Don't
right.
swim in a pool when it's lightning.
Gotta get out. And so that took us a little while, and then it's hard to get out. So anyway, we survived. We are well.
Hooray.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is good news.
No danger of pools and lightning for us. Haha. Because I was like, oh man, do they have like some sort of cool app or feature that they're using to tell when the lightning strikes are hitting? And I realized, no, they're just using a little freebie app that I too have on my phone. So I was like, aha. So now I've set it, because for some reason I checked my default settings and it was set to 37-mile radius around me for like alerts
Lovely.
of whenever you get some little bit of lightning. And so
Yeah.
I was like, that's useless because they only go by 5 miles. So
Yeah. That might be a bit much. But, you can see it coming now.
yes. Well, that was what
So
put us off.
good.
We arrived and he was like, well, hold off. Something struck 10 miles away, but it looks like the cell is headed straight towards us. So
See? Yeah. It's coming right for us. Right? It's fine.
Fine. So we had to sit and wait. And then he was like, never mind, you're good. It's like, okay, thanks. So,
Well, I mean, this is I approve of waiting for this, right? This is not a thing you want to be like, I'm sure it's fine. We don't need to worry about that. That is not how this
this
works,
is
right?
fair.
It's
This-
not
of the
No
things
bueno.
to like, poo-poo, lightning and water probably is not one of them.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty high up on the list of things to be like, I should pay attention to this.
I should just at least be alert, I guess,
Yeah.
stuff and things. Yeah, so that's what we were doing, and we're trying to get out. So I needed a little bit of an extension there.
No worries.
And then it felt weird because we got home, got everything in bed and everyone in bed. And I sat down and I was finishing editing a little bit peek behind the curtains here, tomorrow's episode. And then I like closed everything out and I went, oh, I have to jump on here and record really quick and get off
Yeah,
my
I was
notes.
like,
This is weird. I'm not used
Look
to
at
this.
that.
Yeah.
We can kind of plan ahead. No, who saw that coming?
Yes.
Not us, that's for sure.
Yes. By the skin of our teeth.
Fine. It's fine. Look,
Yeah.
it worked out just fine. Everything's okay. Don't fret. It'll be great.
No. I have enough fretting in my life. Our oldest is getting ready to go into some volleyball, and
yeah.
she
Volleying
needs
the ball.
She needs some tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Right. Some good shoes. And so I was like, okay, well, we got to go figure this out. Now, of course, I am who I am. I can't stop it. I started to Google and search for girls' volleyball shoes.
I don't really think that's not a big market, right? Like there's
Right.
not volleyball is not a big enough sport in the US
So,
to warrant like its own shoe design. Right.
This is what I learned. This is what I learned. I quickly found mostly just Reddit threads of volleyballers discussing this. And my goodness, it is quite a heated topic as far as what's good. Some people are like, never, ever use basketball shoes. And other people are like, I love using nothing but basketball shoes to play volleyball. And then other people are like, well, you must buy this one weird brand from so that's what I was spending my time doing, is trying to figure out like what. And I was reading, like I had like 3 different articles pulled up of like what makes a good volleyball shoe. What characteristics should I look for in a volleyball shoe? Now, I still can't tell you exactly what that answer is. Okay. But there are articles.
Yeah. I wish we were. For this reason, I wish we were still in school, because I have a lot of people I could just ask for you. I could be like, yo.
It's totally fine.
Like, hey, come here. I got a question.
I am married to someone who was a hardcore volleyballer in a past life. So I just was like, hey, we're just going to go. So I did the thing that I have not done in nigh on millennia of
ask mom her opinion.
No. She actually wasn't feeling too well, so we weren't able to go to the store the first time with her this morning.
Okay, fair.
So I was like, we're just gonna go to the store. Like, and I have in my mind what a tennis shoe looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been tennis shoe shopping recently?
Okay, so like, no, but yes, but no, because like I don't buy tennis shoes for sporting purposes, right? My tennis shoes are strictly like in the like sneaker fashion category, right?
Yeah.
Like I just wear like original Adidas, and that's kind of all I want to buy. So like, but I have seen some of them. They look wonky, right? I also, kids at school show me their shoes sometimes, and I go, what is it?
I know. I have never seen, like, I'm blown away. The thickness of the soles of these shoes these days is immense. Now, I guess this was weird because part of my problem was basketball shoes in the early 2000s were going through this weird phase of like strip everything away from the shoe, give a really high arch with like shocks and stuff on it, and like
like
taper
true,
and like flips up at the end. These shoes look nothing like and to also be fair, I have not had to buy like an tennis shoe in 20 years. Like I just like, this is my first foray into this. Like I settled on my shoes 20 years ago, and I'm fine.
I mean, yeah, same, right? Like I don't really branch out too much. I do have some shoes that I like run in, but they're not there. I just went on the Adidas website and was like, sale. Yes. Done. Okay, got it. Okay, there you go.
The other part that is hard for me is there's been such an advancement in technologies that the shoes, like the foam has gotten better and the textile has gotten lighter. So you pick up this $75 shoe and it feels like it's worthless. Like it feels like a super cheap shoe.
Oh yeah, but it's
like,
not, yeah.
It's not. Like I'm used to like I remember the tennis shoes, like they were heavy because some of them had literal wire springs in.
Those were the lamest shoes. Can we agree that those were the lamest shoes ever?
I know, it was
the shocks or whatever.
Shocks,
those were
I know.
So dumb.
Right?
I can't.
Like, and they were filled with these heavy plastics and all that stuff. So like a heavy shoe was like, oh, look at this. I go, look, here's this $100 shoe, and I pick it up and I go, feels like foam and paste. Like I can't. What is this garbage? Yeah. And so this is also something that I have to foam and paste. Yes, it is foam and paste, but it's high end foam and paste. It's very costly. Sure. So this is the other thing. I'm like, this doesn't feel like it's going to last. So I'm having a real hard time with this right now. And so we're in the store, and the other thing is that her foot is right at the edge of like, she's at the upper end of youth and the very low end of women's.
Oh yes. The classic conundrum.
Now, my concern, like this, so this quickly became apparent of like, there's all of these shoes are also like super flat. There's no arch from the outside that you can see at all. Everything is
but it's on the inside though.
It's on the inside, right? So this is another change of 20 years ago. Because this sounds like old man yelling at clouds. 20 years ago, they wanted to show that arch, like because again they were like minimalist shoe, like strip everything away, make hard plastic in there, and you could see this from the side. You could pass your arm through the arch of most of these shoes. And now everything's just
like those wood blocks, like the wood block pieces. Like
they were like here's the hole, and you just now everything is just flat. And I'm sure this is helpful for whatever, but like working, like all of a sudden I'm like, none of these look like the shoe that I thought I'd be buying, and so I started to panic. And we found a shoe that I was like, oh, okay, I actually like this. I FaceTime with Megan because she was home not feeling well, and she's like, yeah, just get that one. But here's the thing: remember the aforementioned barrier of like upper end of youth, lower end of women's?
Yeah.
Another thing that shoe companies are doing is there are no laces in youth shoes anymore. They're all Velcro or like a stretchy slip-on shoe with like bungee thing cords on it. You don't. And so I put on a shoe. It fit her perfectly, but it was a slip-on. If you went up to women's, it was laces.
Yeah.
And I had her run around and jump in these in the store. And I said, how do they feel? And she goes, I feel like my foot is coming out of the shoe. Like it's not tight. And I was like, we need laces.
Yeah.
like we have to have laces here. So then this became another constricting factor of, okay, now I can only look at the smallest size in women's, which is a 5, right? Of like, I need a 5.
Okay, I did not know that.
I learned all of this like 8 hours ago.
Okay, that's all right. It's an educational program sometimes, so that's good. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, and so I'm like, well, I've got to go to that, but how many size 5 shoes do you think most general purpose stores have?
Probably not just oodles.
I can tell you we went to a shoe sensations thing here. It's all nothing but shoes. Zero size 5. Zero. Okay. Cool. We went to Kohl's.
Yeah.
Also 0 size 5s.
Oh man.
Entirely. And I'm like,
Kohl's shoe department really fell off.
Really?
What's going on with those guys.
I know. Once, made that shift and made that change. Oh my goodness. So then I'm like, well, we are in a real bind. And like I thought we were going to have to compromise with the size 3 youth with this Velcro strap, but her foot was just tall enough where that the Velcro didn't quite come down enough. And it was just kind of like barely touching the other side. So it was kind of just lightly clasped together.
Oh yeah, that's no good.
I'm like, no, we can't.
Especially for an active sport, I think you definitely need laces.
I need these lashed to the feet, right? That's the whole point of this. Cannot move. This has to be stable. Otherwise, this is all pointless. And so we spent an hour. I spent 30 minutes this morning and then an hour back out looking at Kohl's and came out with nothing.
Yo, what the heck, man?
Nothing. Because none of the youth sizes had actual laces that we could use. And if they did have laces, they were not of a sporty shoe. It was like, here's this heavy, like weird, clunky fashion shoe with a sole. Some of these soles are like 2 inches thick. Like seriously, I don't understand these. And so I just went, well, we can't get that. And nothing is in size 5. So I'm going to have to do some quick internet searching and figure this out.
And
this
just is problematic.
I thought for sure, I just want a kid's tennis shoe. I was like, I just want a tennis shoe. That's all I want. I'm not looking for all of these like high-end stuff or like these latest and greatest technologies. I just wanted a lace-up tennis shoe to like run in. And I don't even need all the hardcore volleyball stuff, if we're being perfectly honest, because we're not there yet. I just wanted to lace up tennis shoe and I couldn't find one that wasn't like just weird and didn't, it wasn't like, this is one you can run in. Like that was the, like, I want to run in this. Everything else was just like, this is a leisure shoe. I'm like, well, that's not helpful.
Yeah, that's true. I think the other problem we have here, especially with like, all right, so here's my controversial statement of today. All right. There is no delineation in shoe between the sexes, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no real reason in most cases to have boys/girls shoes, right? And a lot of times, from my experience speaking with middle school age girls, they can't find shoes at all for sports. Like, it's very hard for them to find shoes for basketball. Like, they don't really get like girl shoes. They just get shoes that fit them. Like, they don't. It's the other part. Like, it's a weird thing that's like they don't make sports shoes for girls. They like don't make them. Right. So with a sport like basketball, or even if there were volleyball shoes, I bet there would only be like men's volleyball shoes. Like, I can guarantee you that would happen. But like for basketball, like there's like 20 bazillion boys and men's basketball shoes, and there's like 6 women's shoes.
Exactly.
And it's like, what the heck?
Yep. And we were even doing some of the crossover thing of like, okay, well, we're going to have to set aside the, like, our desire for all pink. Okay, let's set that aside. What can we find?
Because we can't remember. We can buy pink laces for any shoe that we get. Right?
Yeah.
This is an important consideration. You know, we can do that.
Right. Right. But no, right? Like, this is, so we went all that way, but still this delineation of the laces was the issue. And then the whole, you think finding a size 5 in women's is impossible. The smallest size in men's, they are never going to carry that. Like, that is
that's fair. That's true too. Right?
Straight up, they don't even make that. They just laugh at you. They go back to your child shoes, dude. And it's like, okay.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah. So I felt really deflated because I'm like, I think I know what I'm asking for here. But again, these shoes that they have out there, I'm going to try and send you the graph that I found of during my frustration of where shoes are these days, of like, this is supposed to be a Nike running shoe. Let me know if that comes through. And look at this. Look at the soles on all of these things. I don't know if that's going to come through.
It's going to awkwardly send it. Oh, there it is. Okay, there you go. I was just like, it's going to awkwardly fill this void. Oh yeah, these are like hardcore running shoes though. For like, these are for like people that think, hey, it's really fun to run 10K.
I know.
This is hilarious. This is beautiful.
But
like, I love to run marathons.
But yeah, this is a ridiculous. That size of sole permeates through everything. And
now, here's we go. Here you go. If you want a shoe, this is not not sponsored, right? Not sponsored. But if I think what Colin really needs, or Colin's daughter really needs, is a pair of New Balance. Right. Well, if you want a shoe that looks like a tennis shoe,
yes.
I think really there's only one real answer here. Right. You can get like old school like Adidas like Sambas, right?
Yes,
that might work. But like,
yeah,
they make those in like every single color. Get her some Sambas and like.
I was like, I think it's time to do just get a New Balance, and so. This is in my list of things to do, but here's the other thing. Laces. Finding a sport like with laces. I'm looking at one. I was just looking at one. It was like a $90 shoe, no laces, just slip on. And it is like if you just look at it in profile, you go, that is the shoe. That is what I'm looking for. And then you zoom in and you're like, nope, no laces. It's the athleisure-ification of everything. Right? Like this is truly, people want to look like they could go running a 5K, but they actually don't, because the shoes would never do that. You have to go to these ridiculous looking things that actually it's just anyway. This is what I have spent my day doing. Nothing but shoes.
There you go. That is unfortunate. A lot of these New Balance shoes I'm looking at have laces. Yes. As do these Adidas Kids ones, by the way, just so you know.
I think what we're going to go with is we found an Asics shoe.
Oh, another classic, right?
Also another classic, and this one just so happens to be specifically a volleyball shoe.
Oh, wow. Dang, there we go. 2 for 1.
Yes.
Dang.
Now, they are not the prettiest looking shoe, and I will tell you
but
that
they are. So this is the Asics things. I know a lot of teachers like Asics, right? They are not always. They have some, obviously, they're fine, but they're not the most like trendy shoe, but they are like mega comfortable from what I understand, right? Like this is what I hear from people that I know that wear them. Like,
yes,
they're mega comfortable. So
yes, and highly rated from people who like. It's one of those shoes. If you look at, it's like that is really ugly, but a lot of people will wear this for various reasons. Like it's extremely popular for the people who just want a very practical, down to earth, basic shoe. Like
that's why I said a lot of teachers wear Asics a lot, right?
Yeah,
like, there you go. I think Susan has a pair of these that look like her running shoes. I think they're basically like this.
Yeah,
that's what she wears too.
Pro tip: all Asics shoes kind of look the exact same.
They do, but that's okay, right? Yes. They have a vibe. And they're quite comfortable, right? So it's good, right? Yes. I feel like that's fine.
Yes.
And they come in pink, most importantly. For this particular scenario.
Pink.
They do come in pink.
Yes.
Which I hear is highly important.
It's very important that pink be involved somewhere. Yes.
Right? Like,
yes. Yes. And so... yeah, so this is what we're going to go with. We're going to see how tomorrow goes. It's going to take a day or two for these things to arrive, obviously.
Well, that's fair. But that's true.
But the term that keeps popping up, I use the term athleisure. That's fallen out of style. Now they just call it Sportstyle.
That's not
Sportstyle. Good. Right? It's like
that's not a good name.
You want to?
I disapprove of this.
No, horrible name. Like really big, genuinely
horrible name.
It's very lazy. I like the athleisure, but unfortunately, right? They're not gonna. That's not what they want. It's just like I kept coming across Sportstyle. I went. Right.
So apparently athleisure is a dirty word in the industry.
It was too much.
Too much of a negative connotation, I guess, maybe. I don't really know.
It does sound a bit condescending, I suppose.
A bit.
I guess. Yeah.
I don't know.
Where they're like, oh no, it's very demeaning.
Is it demeaning to just like wear sweatpants? Like you can just do that, right? You can just wear sweatpants. Like
I know.
But
now they're calling it as if to say, like, again, I'm styling you for sport. There's no substance here at all. It's just pure style. These things are going to look very much like they could, but they can't. So please don't. Right.
Are you saying that they're more leisurely, perhaps? Is this what you're implying?
Some say. Some say it. You could wear these in a leisurely fashion.
In a leisurely context?
Yes.
Perhaps?
Yes.
And it wouldn't be out of depth to do so? Is that what you're implying?
Exactly.
Right now?
Like you just wear these and not have to run. That's the thing.
Wow.
You can just they're not actually for running. They're just made to look like that.
Wow.
It's like, oh my gosh.
Who could have imagined? Who could have imagined that? Like,
insane.
I know. It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
I know.
People marketing. Because marketing is dumb. All right. That is dumb marketing. I disapprove of this. Just call it athlete. Speaking of words like this, right? This reminds me, I was reading about this year's Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Oh,
right.
Oh.
And so they, Joey Chestnut won again. He's back this time. Legal disputes apparently resolved. I don't know.
How old is Joey Chestnut?
Too old to be eating 70 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Not okay.
I don't know. I don't really know, but he's been doing this for like a billion years and he just wins all the time. Anyway, the thing I'm referencing occurred in the women's competition, right? So the rules of the contest state that participants must eat hot dogs and then they must maintain the hot dogs. Right. That's basically.
Yes, you cannot.
And so
not lose them.
But I was reading one of the female competitors got disqualified. And the term that they used was for actions contrary to swallowing. What? Guys, like they won't say she threw up.
Actions,
right? Like
contrary.
Actions contrary to swallowing.
No,
it's very dumb. This is silliest
so
thing.
Bad.
Oh
no!
Yeah.
Oh, that is.
I mean, I guess you don't want your press release to be like, "Yeah, she puked, bro," but like, actions contrary to swallowing is an exceptionally silly thing to say in this instance, in my opinion. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what do I know? I don't know about this kind of stuff, but like, I just felt that was the goofiest, sentence ever.
That is. I'm not okay with this. And what's interesting is, unfortunately, I just Googled that. I was like, where else has the internet? Like, I am curious. Apparently, I'm going to link to a thread from homebrewtalk.com.
That doesn't sound
from 2000
inspiring.
From 2006. The whole thread is how many different ways to say puke.
Oh no.
Oh, this is horrifying. I don't like it. But included in there is the phrase actions contrary to swallowing.
Well, maybe that's where they read that article, right? That's what they did.
I actually want to know. It was the writer M.N. Bug Eater from homebrewtalk.com. He posted this April 24th, 2009. So this thread was going 3 years after its original posting.
Man, it's pretty good.
So I wonder, because this person has a sports icon in their thing. It's about eating. I wonder.
Maybe
we found. The originator, an author, but maybe they were just looking at this because I'm like,
I mean, maybe, but yeah, they could just read it. But that is, I was like, what?
No,
on earth, actions contrary to swallowing. Yeah, there you go.
No, thank you.
Yeah, as a phrase
that's
that you
highly upsetting. That's just
it is
say
kind
throwing
of
up. It's so much better. It's just better to say throwing up. Okay,
I don't know if like if it's like a. What I don't know, and what the article did not go on to explain, is that like, is it like a faux pas to like talk about throwing up in competitive eating, right? Is it some sort of like taboo? Like you don't talk about it, like you know what I mean? Like I don't know if that is a thing. So
yeah,
there might be some like weird secret insider.
Well, and I'm also
competitive
thinking
eating cultural thing that I don't know about.
I don't. It's not
so.
All of this is
I don't
very
know.
uncomfortable. Like I also wonder. I do wonder if there is a technical,
just like sanitized for like
Well, no, or is there a very technical reason for why they used that phrase? As in, like, if you were to have reviewed the tape, you wouldn't have called it throwing up. Like, but for some other reason, I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to make sense of that.
No, because it was talking about how it occurred because the official rules say that like there's like the time stops, right? And then there's like a little bit of time, and then the awards presentation happens. And the time in question is that time between the end of the competition and the presentation of awards. That is the time with which all things must stay where they are. Right. And it happened during that time. So it wasn't even like during the eating part. It was like afterwards, I guess, for lack of a better term. So like, yes, it was like kind of after a little bit. So maybe, I don't know if that would have anything to, I don't know if that would affect the phraseology or not. That doesn't, I don't know. But that's when it occurred. That's when the event occurred anyway. But I just had to share with you actions contrary to swallow. Because it's quite a goofy sentence, really. So
yeah, well, that's highly uncomfortable.
Anyway, I just thought you need to know that. Since that phrase has now entered my lexicon, my vocabulary, I just need to make sure that it was shared with you. And so I wasn't the only one.
No, that's not. Maybe next time, just don't.
Oh, no. You need this in your life. So there you go.
Oh, you know what? Fair. I do. That's the thing I need in my life. League. Well, that's interesting. So you all do you have everything in bags for your trip, or you still spread a boot?
No, I think I have mostly in the bag today, except for like the toiletry stuff, right? That'll be the last thing to go, because you can't pack your toothbrush too early. That would be problematic. So we're not.
No,
don't want to do that. But yeah, other than that, mostly there's still some spare parts laying around here, but I have most of the clothing in a bag. So
that's a good.
That's a good start.
Good start. Everything's in there.
Yeah.
For now.
And we have room for the little things that we need to add. So this is so far so good. We're gonna go.
Yeah. And you got room. Like, are you overstuffed in any place, or you're no, you have room to spare in these bags.
Yeah. So
nice.
Bring home a t-shirt or two. So there you go. Bang. So yeah, just kind of getting that stuff. Doing luckily my wife is a checklisty person. So like that's getting, there's a list somewhere. And I'm just,
that phrase just like burrowed into my brain of like, oh, that's how I think about it. Yeah, there's a list somewhere. It's embodied in my wife who's walking around like
with the list, right? Yeah,
she's got a list. That's why. That's why she's here, because she's.
I don't have a list, but
yeah,
my wife does. So. It's all good. Right? It's all good.
Like it. Yeah. Somebody's on the case. That's all that matters.
Yes. As long as there is a responsible party involved here. Shock. That is not me. So This will surprise literally no one that is what's going on here. But that's
It's okay. At least we all know.
Yeah, it's everyone knows. I'm not going to hide it. It's all right. It's fine. There you go. So, before we move on to books, do you want to talk about parades real quick? You want to
Yes.
talk about
You know what? I totally, yes. Yeah. Parades. Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry. I was like, I have something. Yep. Topic parades. So we attended a parade.
Apparently not just a parade.
Yes.
Well, that's true. We have thoughts about the parade, right? So, and just so you know, listeners, these thoughts were shared by the majority of our family.
Everybody.
So, yeah, basically everyone, even Dad, right? There you go, big one. Now, what we've learned this week, right? We attended the Marshfield, Missouri 4th of July parade, right? I learned this week, upon arriving home, that the Marshfield 4th of July parade has been going on for 146 years. It is the longest 4th of July parade west of the Mississippi, apparently, according to KY3 News. Did you know this? I did.
No.
So you would think, with this much parade heritage, that Marshfield would know how to parade correctly.
Yeah.
Right? And what I learned this week is they do not.
No.
Right? No. We left this parade after an hour. And there was still much parade happening. I don't know how long it actually went on, but I'm guessing close to 2 hours. Right?
Had to have been. And I say that because at no point did the parade look any different from like moment to moment.
No. And when we left, we were walking down like towards the beginning part, and it was just stretching forever.
Literally forever.
So I would be fully confident saying this was a 2-hour parade. First of all, I am of the opinion this is much too long for a parade.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Like, I think maybe an hour is good. Right?
Good.
Like, you need to cap the number of entrants somewhere.
At some point.
Right? At some point, there must be. You can't just let anybody into your parade. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, dear listeners. Right? When I say the word parade, some of you have a specific vision in mind. Right? You're thinking like floats. You're thinking like people walking in a procession, right? Like, together in some kind of thing. Maybe you're thinking about the classic prom queen in the car thing, right? Doing the parade wave, the pageant something or other, right? The Marshfield parade appears to be basically a mobile auto show.
It is a linear car show, is how I will describe it. It is a linear
car show. And I think certain car shows would not let in some of these cars because they're just like a car. Right? Yes. All right. So this is what, we're talking about. Colin and I want to discuss just briefly some important parade criteria. Like what needs to be present in a parade and what should not be allowed in. Right? That's what.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I understand, like, from an organizer's perspective, like having that good vibe of everybody's invited and it feels really good until you sit through an hour and go, What?
Yeah.
Like,
Why is like a 2010 Chevy Avalanche in this parade? Like,
but it
what
had big tires.
is happening? I don't care.
Tires.
So I think my first qualification here is that if you are a car, right? Cars must be part of an auto club,
Yeah.
right? So if you want your auto club to be in the parade, that's cool. You get a certain number of people. Like you can't have every single car in the club be in the parade. That's goofy. All right. You can represent your club. You can pick some people to represent your organization, but you don't need every single person in the whole entire organization in the parade. Right. So I think car clubs are good because, like, a parade to me, especially this type of parade, it's like a civic thing.
Yes.
Right.
Very much.
It's like a local thing. Now Marshfield is like the county seat or whatever. So this is like a local civic county level organization.
Sure.
Right. So if you have an organization in the county, right, if your car club is based in the county, right, come on down, right? Get maybe you get some new members. That's what that kind of stuff is about, right? You can get new people interested in the club, grow the organization, show your civic pride, right? But you can't have every single person in the group in the parade. Okay, yeah. That's silly. And what we really need to cut down on most here is the entrance that were like random kid in a four-wheeler with a flag on it. That doesn't need to be in a parade. That's not paradey, right? Yeah. I understand it's the 4th of July. It's like patriotic, blah, blah, blah. Like a four-wheeler with a flag on it. Not really trying hard enough.
No. Well, and yeah, I think having not everybody has to be involved. I think that is hard. You can
carpool.
Like you could carpool. You're literally in one.
Yeah.
Just saying. I think this would. I think my next suggestion, or like being part of a parade, would help a lot with this too, the confusion, because there was a lot of blending of when does one thing start and when does one thing stop in this parade, because there was nothing. I think you have to have the procession for each club. Like you need to have the banner or something that shows who this is, because what most people are relying on more and more are like stickers on their car or like their t-shirts. And it's like,
I can't read your t-shirt, really.
I can't read your t-shirt, right. And I'm so confused. There's a lot of moving pieces. I want two people with a little bar, and hanging from that is the banner that says such and such civic club, or like this band, or this church, or whatever, this organization. You need that so that these people are with this. Because then when you have the random person on a four-wheeler with a flag, it's like, oh, they're with the civic organization.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not me going, why are you here?
Yes.
Who are you?
Yes.
What is this?
Yes. You need to be labeled, and not just like, I like the clear, here's the start of one thing and here's the start of another thing, so that everything in between is of a kind. Like that really throws me, because I think I saw in total two people.
Yeah. Now some of them were like on the side of some people did have floats. Okay. I really am going to show a lot of love to people with floats.
Yeah.
Right. Because they had, or what some people did is they had like I'm okay with this too. If you have like a vehicle that has your organization written on a banner on the vehicle or something, and then people are like walking next to the vehicle, right? I'm okay with this. Because some people had it like in the truck bed, or they had like a flatbed truck with like a thing on the back, and it like clearly said what it was, or it was like written on the side of something. And then there were people like walking near it. Like that is more paradey, because they're interacting with the crowd. They're handing out stuff, right?
Yes.
It's not just like a dude in a truck, like with the windows up, driving down the road. Like, what are you doing? Why are you even here, dude? What is this?
Yep.
It's so bad.
Just some guy where you're like, okay, there's another truck. Like, yeah, like what? Yeah, it just seemed like these random trucks with people throwing out candy, and like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and it's just like, who are you? Why are you here? Do I care about you? I don't know, because I don't know who you are.
Yeah, you have to be labeled, and that's why I like the banner. Like,
yeah,
here.
I think the labeling is an important thing here. Like, I really feel I do think that's important, just so that we all know who, what, when, where, why. Like,
and it's not that I understand. It's like, oh, now I have to have a banner. Well, yeah, but you're also in a parade, so like,
yeah,
come on,
yeah, right.
Deal with
and it helps to mix it up, right? Because like when you sit through like 20 minutes of just cars,
oh, yes.
It's not a particularly interesting thing, right? And again, some of this is me being old, right? You're like, that car is a 2009. Why is that in a parade? Right? Like, I don't understand that. And it's not just like, it wasn't part of a car. There was a section that was like very clearly the Corvette Owners Club. Right.
Also, I think you mean I think it was the Shriners Corvette Owner Club.
Well, that's true. But like, that at least makes sense. Like,
yeah.
They're all the same type of car. They're all together. They're all whatever. Like, okay, I can understand what's happening here. Like, just a whole bunch of random cars of various makes and models, like nearby each other, doesn't really make any sense. So it needs the variety of like floats and cars and stuff, right? So yes. I think you gotta mix it up, right? I would like more band action.
Yeah.
In a parade. I understand summertime, right? We don't have it's hard to get like high school people around to do things in the summertime because everyone's doing stuff. But I want to suggest bringing back a long lost Midwest staple, right? From the days of yore, right? That would be the community marching band.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This is an ancient thing from like the 1940s that was very, 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 very prevalent back in the day, right? There was like a community band, right? And so parades had the band in it, right? And that's basically all they did was they would play concerts at like festivals or like they would just march in the parades. And that's what they did, right? So I feel like this is a very strong point here for bringing back the community marching band, right? So like really bust interject some vigor into a car show parade, right?
Yeah, we have a community symphony, and we also have a actual symphony, so it's a little interesting. But yeah, we have like the community band. They don't do marching or parades, which is unfortunate, but they're very nice. And I agree that you need more bands or music or performers. Like I also feel
something, right?
Like they're used to, that's what I would suggest too. I think in our hour there, I saw one person who had some sort of music playing on their float.
Yeah, well, there was the one band from the Marshfield High School band. Good job, band.
Yes.
Good job, by the way.
Needed that. Yes.
Beautiful lines. But also there was the dance troupe thing, right?
Yes.
The like dance studio. They had a good float because they had like a big truck, and there was people in the truck waving, and then they were playing music, and there was people doing a dance routine behind the truck as they were walking. This was excellent. This is far and away the best thing in the parade.
Yes.
Up to that point, right?
Well, it was everything of like just it was showcasing what they did, and it was having a lot of people involved, and
entertainment,
the
right?
music,
Yeah,
right, like just
community engagement, right?
Yes.
The whole kit and caboodle,
as one would say.
Yeah.
That is what made it a really good participant in that.
And not just a random truck.
Or like even the trucks that were there, none of them were playing music out of their windows. Like, your windows are rolled down. Play something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think there needs to be more music at parades, and so that's a big thing that
that's fair.
was going to talk about is just more music in general.
Yeah, I think so. That'd be better. So yeah, there we go. I think. Do you have anything else you're talking about?
No. I had my processions. I had my. That's pretty much it. I mean, genuinely, like, I like those things. I think we hit everything.
Okay. I have one more controversial hot take here. I feel like this really upset me a lot. Like a lot. Like, I really can't describe how distressed I was by this. I wasn't surprised, I guess, but I was distressed that in the 4th of July parade, a parade celebrating America's independence from the British, there was a procession of the ugliest trucks you've ever seen in your life that had a big banner for the Confederate States of America on the side of it.
Okay.
Right. So I feel like if you are at a 4th of July parade, right, in my 4th of July parade, there is no floats allowed for combative enemy nations. Right? That bothered me a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, are you serious? And I was like, wait, of course you're serious. We're in Marshfield. What the heck? Why would we not be serious? But that was very upsetting to me on a personal level. Just like, what is this? Get out of here.
It got real quiet whenever they drove by. I will say, it's like,
bro, what are you doing?
And
like,
why?
You're not really. This is not okay. Right. I am not okay with this. No.
Yeah. We're already a rebel combatant nation, celebrating ourselves, and now you bring this over here.
No bueno. Sorry. So that's the only other thing that really bothered me. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot do.
I just got this on what parade checklist here. It sounds good.
I think it's good.
I do agree that was like, well, that's certainly a choice.
It was a choice that you could have made.
Gotcha.
Right? There you go.
We just did it. Going all in. Okay.
Yes. So, with that out of the way, we move to a slightly more lighthearted topic because, of course, we can't forget the sea shanty of the week.
We cannot forget
here.
No.
Right. We can't forget that. Right. We can't forget about this week is it's called Fish in the Sea. Yes.
Hey.
Right. Right.
Very topical.
Yes. Come all you young sailor men, listen to me. I'll sing you a song of a fish in the sea. Boom. It's great. This is a good one. I really like this one. It's very catchy. It's very singable, which, kind of important for sea shanties, right? Credited to at least 1860. So again, probably a bit older, but like at least somewhere in the 1860s, right? So that is the one for the week. There are a couple different versions of this song, right? There are at least 2 variants, right? There's a version that the chorus starts windy weather, stormy weather, when the wind blows, we're all together. That's my favorite one. Okay. But there is another one where it talks about the blow ye winds westerly blow. So according to this little thing I'm reading here, so you can probably just put the two choruses together to make like the ultimate song. Right. The ultimate version of the sea shanty. Right. I feel like that would be the best version of all. But I think some people might do that. I don't know. But there we go. That is the fish in the sea from this week. Boom. Sea shanty of the week. There we go.
Okay.
Ta-da. Yes. Speaking of stormy weather, though.
Oh, boy.
Right?
Howdy.
We get a bit of a tonal shift here in part 4, the stockade. Right?
Yes.
So we have an abrupt shift. When last we left young Mr. Hawkins, right, he was startled by a cannon shot and arms fire, right? And he looked, and there was a little, what does it say? We last left him, and then not a quarter of a mile in front of me, I beheld the Union Jack flutter in the air above a wood. So he was like, what in the heck is that?
Yes. Yes.
So we have interesting storytelling device here. We basically have a rewind, right? So this part is supposed to be taking place at the same time as part 3, Jim's shore adventure. So these two little bits happen simultaneously.
Did not expect this storytelling device to pop up here.
Yeah, we just boom, right? We get a random like chapter 16, right? Chapter of the title is all of a sudden narrative continued by the doctor, how the ship was abandoned. So we get a point of view shift as well.
Yes.
For 3 chapters, which turns out nicely for our delivery methodology here. So for 3 chapters, we have a tonal shift to the doctor, right? Dr. Lively, yes. Whatever. So we get his point of view. Now, could you tell from the writing that this was a different person? Did Robert Louis Stevenson do a good enough job tonally to be like, hey, this is a new person? In your opinion?
In my opinion, it felt the writing felt a bit more brief and clipped.
It was a bit more matter of fact.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So I think it kind of did, right? It's definitely a different character. Not like hugely, right? Not like a giant shift, but it is noticeable enough to be like, oh, this is someone else. Right.
Right. Well, it doesn't get so many like daydreamy or like panicky moments or what am I trying to say? Like it doesn't. The matter of factness. I think.
Yeah, it doesn't like wander.
It doesn't wander.
Right. Yeah.
It's pretty much in this and this and this and this and this and this. Yeah.
So yeah, we get this tonal shift. The doctor is here now. So we're on the boat. And we're trying to figure out what to do, right? They are trying to come up with a plan because now the pirates are off. They're off on the shore there, and they're on board. So it's the 6 people, and then there's 6 of the crew on board as well. So they're trying to figure out, what do we do about this? And again, he mentions, interestingly, the nasty stench of the place turned me sick. If ever a man smelt fever and dysentery, it was in that abominable anchorage.
Mm-hmm.
So we get this like, again, it's like almost like a portend of like something bad is going to happen, right? We can smell disease. And I don't know if we're equating disease to the disease of like the
greed.
Greed, yeah, like the hold that the treasure has taken on the crew because they're getting all antsy and they're, really acting up and they're doing all this stuff. So I don't know if maybe this is like a portent to that, like it's very heavy on everyone and he can sense that. I don't know. That's just an interesting thought, maybe.
Yeah.
So they I had a hard time following his logic here. a little bit, right? Because he's like,
I
well,
agree.
We should abandon the ship. And they're like, what?
That came
what?
abruptly. He said when he arrived at that aspect, it was like, I'm sorry, what? Why?
Yeah. So the plan just kind of all of a sudden becomes we're going to take a bunch of the supplies, right? And we're going to go to shore. Now, they kind of like, he and somebody else rowed to shore like first, right? And they kind of like,
there's a group of pirates who are like whistling.
Yeah.
And then it was a funny scene of as they approach, the whistling stops. And they all kind of stare at each other.
Yeah, they're like staring each other down, right? But basically, they come to discover that like they want to find like a stronghold, right? This is their thought. They need a place to defend themselves from the pirates, right? So they're thinking like siege. Yeah. But they do realize we have all the supplies we need except for water.
Yes.
But there is a freshwater spring on the island, conveniently. Yes. It's very convenient how all literary islands happen to have freshwater springs upon them. It's very interesting.
Otherwise, it'd be very short.
Yeah, right. So what they decide to do is get a bunch of stuff, right? And they're going to take these supplies to the island. And they're going to set up a defensive position, right? This is what they're going to do. So I don't know if there already is a little building thing. I guess there's already a little building
he
thing
found.
Here.
Yeah,
like
he found.
They call it the stockade.
Yes.
Right? Which is they made a small expedition to the thing to kind of look around, to kind of scout out for a place. Right. They find this building near a spring, probably from older pirate expeditions.
Yeah.
Right. And so they're like, okay, well, this is where we're going to make our stand. Right. Here's where we're going to come. So they get all these, their plan is to get these supplies and get them over to the island. Right.
Yes.
Now they did. I was a little worried here. They, we're gonna not think this through all the way, but like they did think to like throw some of the stuff overboard that the pirates couldn't use. They threw a bunch of the small arms overboard.
Yes,
right, a bunch of the powder
in the
but it was 2.5 fathoms. So that's what 15 feet or so down. So it's down there. They could get it back, but it'd take a long time. It'd be a whole thing. So. They threw some supplies over the ship. They did forget an important thing. We'll get back to that in a minute. But before they were going, right, they basically like had a standoff with the remaining crew on the ship, right? They had this like standoff moment where they were hiding like on opposite ends of the ship in my mind. What was happening? Because they were like the captain and all them are in the cabin, and all these other people are at the front of the boat, and there's like having a standoff because like now they realize that they're leaving, and they've shot at them a little bit so that they get down, and they call out to one of the people there, a certain Abraham Gray, right? Because they think he's not a villain. We need to try to get him on our side, right? And there's like a bit of a tiff apparently between Gray and the other villains. And he's like, Gray, we're leaving, and I order you to follow your captain. I know you are a good man at bottom, and I dare say not one of the lot of you're as bad as he makes out. And there's like sounds of a scuffle, and then he like
scruff, yeah.
He jumps out, and he's got like a knife cut on his cheek, and he like runs to the other end of the ship. So they do get one more person here on their side. which is good, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And then, he comes up and says, "I'm with you, sir." And then they drop off.
They depart. So they've already made one. They've already been to the island like twice, I guess, because they went over there looking, and they like very quickly came back, and they put some stuff in the boat and took it over, and then they came back for the rest of the stuff and the people.
But we start chapter 2 with the 5th.
Oh
trip.
yeah,
so they've already been out 4 times.
So this is a lot. This is a lot of trips we've made. So yeah, we've been back and forth a whole bunch, blah blah blah, and now though since this is our final one and we have all the people, it appears our boat is a bit overburdened,
yes,
as it were, right? And so they're taking on waters too heavy in the back, in the stern there, so they have to kind of like, as they're rowing briskly away, they're like redistributing the stuff to make it more level, right?
Well, and he's trying to steer in such a way so that they're not straining too hard or dipping down into one side over the other.
Yeah, well, because now the tide is also turned, right?
Right.
And so the tide is running in a slightly different direction, and it's a very slow going time now, right? The tide kept sweeping us the wrong way. And so he basically is like very angled trying to go into the thing so that they can get to the shore here. And this means the journey is going longer, which means more and more people are seeing them go.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, the captain goes, "Oh no, the gun." Right? He says,
suddenly
"Oh
remembered.
no, I thought of that. For I made sure he was thinking of the bombardment of the fort, right? They could never get that gun ashore, and if they did, they could never haul it through all the woods." He says, "Look astern, Doctor," replied the captain. "We had entirely forgotten the Long Nine, and there, to our horror, were the 5 rogues busy about her, getting her off the jacket, as they called the stout tarpaulin cover under which she sailed." Right? So like, oh yeah, there's another gun I didn't think about, right? So I don't know.
Uh-oh. Yes. All of a sudden we're going, well,
yeah. So this is an interesting thing. This is a word that I've heard a lot. This is like, they like to refer to the Long Nine in a lot of books and stuff like that. So I don't really know what it is. So I did look it up a little bit, and it is just like a 9-pound gun, right? So
is the gun 9 pounds, or is it shooting?
I think it's the shot is 9 pounds.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right? Yeah. There's apparently they would come in different lengths, right? And the Long Nine is just the longer version of the gun.
Sure.
Right? So yeah.
There you go. At this they say, well, we should probably shoot them before they can shoot us. And so, the squire, the trailwaney, steps up.
Yeah, they're like, "Who's the best shot?" They're like, "Oh, it's a squire for sure."
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, try to get them." And the captain's like, "Shoot Mr. Hands if you can, please." Like,
oh, right, because he was the one that was really good with the cannon, right? Like
he was Flint's gunner.
Oh, right, yes.
So they're like, "Shoot him," and he tries, but he moves and he just shoots some other dude.
Yes,
instead.
And this draws attention at this point.
Oh yeah, right. Like, so now they definitely, because you can hear some people on the shore can start to hear the small arms fire, and they're like, "What's going on?" Right? Yeah. Oh my gosh! Right? And so here, some of the other boats that were ashore start coming out to try to intercept them. Right? So they really have to make a run for it, and they're getting pretty close. Right? And I think he shoots again, maybe here.
Yes, he does one.
But the boat, like, it's just too much. All this activity is too much, and the stern sinks, right? But it only sinks like 3 feet, so they're close to the shore, so they can escape, right? They escape and they run up to the thing, right? Because there's already people running towards this stockade, from where the other pirates were. So this activity has drawn their attention. So they're all running that way, right? And that's kind of where this chapter ends here. They've lost their last load of stuff mostly, but they did make it to the shore.
With that, importantly, leaving behind a good half of all their powder and provisions. So
yeah,
they're coming. They're coming to this stockade where they were planning to be kind of under siege without as much stuff as they had hoped.
Why they didn't take the powder first? That would, I don't know, but so they got in there. The next chapter here, and they did leave 2 people there to kind of like guard, right? So they kind of tell them a little bit what's happened, and now they're just really under siege. They discover that the pirates already have guns from somewhere because they're getting shot at.
Yes, right? From somewhere. Yes. Mm.
Yeah, they just had. Boom. Right, and they did shoot some dude who runs up there, but when they return fire, Tom gets shoosted. Right, boom. Tom's dead, Colin. Tom Redruth stumbled and fell his length on the ground.
Tom's dead. Oh, I did. I laughed a lot,
a little bit,
when I got to this point because I was like, "Oh, it's dead Tom.
It's dead Tom. He's dead."
But yes, this is sad.
Yes. But so he's, there's a kind of a dramatic scene here. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Tom." And he's like, "What do you got to be sorry for? We put up a good fight, and that's all the man could ask." It's very like weird 1800s macho stuff going on here. Yeah. And so he's dead. And then after that, we have this like very bizarre thing, right? So we're dealing with Tom dying over here in the corner. And then in the meantime, the captain, whom I had observed to be wonderfully swollen about the chest and pockets, had turned out a great many various stores.
So weird.
The British colors, a Bible, a coil of stoutish rope, pen, ink, the logbook, and pounds of tobacco. Really got his priorities here.
Really important stuff.
So the first thing that the captain, of course, does, right?
I love this.
He's busy. Oh, they're shooting. Tom's dying. The captain is busy because he is hoisting the colors above the fort.
Yes, he is.
Lord. He climbed the roof. He had with his hand bent and run up the colors. Right? Now, problem, they have a brief moment and he's like, "Sir, Tom's been shot." And he's like, "That might not be so bad because we don't have as many provisions as thought we were going to." So,
right. Probably are okay without that. Yeah.
But we have enough powder and shot still, he says, but the food, on the other hand, yeah. So that all of a sudden the gun on the ship starts going off now, right? And it's hitting the sand, right? Because apparently sand is impervious to cannonballs. It's just like boom, right? Because they scattered a cloud of sand, but doing no further damage. "Captain," said the squire, "the house is quite invisible from the ship. It must be the flag they're aiming at. Would it not be wise to take in Strike my colors, cried the captain. No,
it.
sir, not I. And like,
yeah,
it's again extremely like.
Well, it says, for it was not only a piece of stout, seemingly good feeling, it was good policy besides, and showed our enemies that we despise their cannonade.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like, oh, spite. I get it.
Yeah. Just good old fashioned British spite here.
British
is what's
spite.
happening.
I see.
So all through the evening, they kept thundering away. Ball after ball flew over or fell short or kicked up the sand in the enclosure. But they had to fire so high that the shot fell dead and buried itself deep in the soft sand. We had no ricochet to fear. And though one popped in through the roof of the cabin and out again through the floor, we soon got used to that sort of horseplay and minded it no more than crickets. What, sir? Excuse me?
Yeah. Even though, what? It does, yeah. It was like, we minded it no more than crickets. I'm going, okay, sure. It popped in and back out again. And you're just like, whatevs. Whatevs.
Oh, good grief.
I'm not worried.
Yes. Oh, dear. So we did have some, like, I can't remember where it was, but he talks about, like, it's a strange thing being a doctor and a soldier. Like, you get so used to these sorts of things. It's just blah, blah, blah. It's like, basically he's saying, like, stiff upper lip and all that, pip, pip, cheerio.
That was whenever that was back whenever he was on the island and he heard that scream of somebody dying, right? That Tom had, Jim had also heard.
Yeah.
And he had that, like, I was, like, I responded both as a doctor, but also, like, I'm here.
Oh, yeah, that was the catalyst that got them off the boat. That's basically what made them decide to leave, right? We forgot about that part, is they heard that exchange of somebody being killed and they were like, nope, we gotta go now, blah.
Yeah.
But, like, it was a very quick turnaround, right? And then so they're just sitting in there doing the thing. The captain's writing in the logbook, right? And then again, the best coincidences of all time, right? At that same time, I was wondering over poor Jim Hawkins' fate. A hail on the landslide. Somebody's hailing us, said Hunter, who was on guard. Doctor, Squire, Captain. Hello, Hunter, is that you? Came the cries. And I ran to the door in time to see Jim Hawkins, safe and sound, come climbing over the stockade. First of all, Jim, don't just go running, jumping over stockades if you're not really sure who's in there. Okay, haven't we learned our lesson by now? I mean, kind of obvious with the British colors flying from the roof and all. The pirates probably aren't flying that.
Probably aren't doing that just for fun.
I mean, you never can tell. They are sneaky pirates after all. But like, can't just go running and jumping over stockade walls and be like, yo, Captain, is that you? Right. Also, it's important to note that they have said that they have not said nothing about a weird looking man anywhere around in here. So it's coming. Yeah, he's probably behind Jim. Right, Jim ran too fast for him. Perhaps we'll see.
But anyway, I just thought it was like, there's going to be some interesting conversations coming up.
Yeah, like who's this guy? What's going on here?
Crazy looking dude, duck for the love of everything.
Yeah, like what is?
What?
Watch out, Jim! There's someone behind you. I can see.
This is what I'm waiting for.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what's going on there. So yeah, there we go. Interesting plot device. Just all of a sudden switching up to the doctor. Right, kind of unexpected. So it's interesting change of pace here. But I believe now we're back to Jim for the next couple chapters.
I think so.
Probably for the remainder of the book. I think this is just an interlude to explain how they got here. Because again, this was all supposed to be happening at the same time as Jim was out and about. So this is kind of like a parallel story here. So it's an interesting way to do that, though. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll be back to Jim and see what continues to take place here. I'm interested. Yeah. It's getting good.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. And so if I can trouble you for a haiku. We'll wrap her up here.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Here we go.
We'll do this.
Ahem. Lawn chairs unfolded, awaiting the setting sun. Colors paint the sky.
Mm.
Boom.
Literally, boom.
Boom.
Lots of booms.
Right. Good.
Yes.
Small update from last year, right? Last year, we did decide to change our traditional fireworks watching position.
Yes, I
Right.
remember this.
And it had to do with the weather, right? So I wasn't sure if that place would like still be like available this year, because last year it was like delayed and stuff. So like I didn't know if people weren't there because of the rain delay, because it was like a new day, or if it was just like always like that, right?
Sure.
So we did go back down there. And yeah, it was fine, right? We got there. There was like plenty of places to be. We just like sit out. We just popped the chairs out on the old soccer field, just like hang out. So it was really good, right?
Nice.
Really good. Although this time, the first time I've ever heard them make it, because we could hear the PA in the park this time.
Oh.
And I did, for the first time ever, hear somebody being like, "Please do not cross the yellow tape."
Oh no.
Don't go. Guys, you can't go over there.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
they're finally putting their foot down. it
Yeah.
seems like.
And again, I don't know why you would come to a public park full of people and proceed to shoot off your own fireworks near them. Yes, there's a bunch of
Nobody
idiot
did that.
dudes.
No.
Like, you'll never believe this, right? Over on the side of the road, a bunch of dudes parked their trucks in the ditch and then proceeded to shoot fireworks off over the ditch. I'm pretty sure some of them were also shooting off fireworks on the railroad tracks. I don't think you can do that. I don't think
No.
that's allowed. At one point, one of them did tip over and blow up really near their trucks. And I was like, dang it, missed. And again,
Justice.
yeah. But like, they were over there just like doing all kinds of ridiculous things with no qualms to all of the people that were sitting nearby. They're just like, we'll just shoot off our fireworks. No one came here to see you, jackwagon.
Yeah.
Go to your own
stop
house.
it.
I don't care.
Right. I don't. That's not okay.
So other than that annoying interlude, it was very good. Fireworks were very good.
Mm.
After the real show started, I don't want to.
Right. Yeah. And things were nice.
I don't care if you want to go shoot off fireworks. Just don't do it near me. I don't want to see them. I don't want to be a part of your idiocy. Right? Do that.
Don't want to be
Do
seen.
it on your own time. Right?
Yes.
I don't care.
For your own things. I
Yeah.
agree.
But yeah, there you go. There you go. Update on that. Update
Very
on
nice.
positional thing. So boom. There you go.
Well, I'm glad that was good.
Yes.
That was a good time.
It was very nice.
Nice. Okay. Well, enjoy your jet setting lifestyle.
Oh
and,
yeah, let's give it a shot here.
Yeah.
And,
See.
yeah.
See how it all pans out. And we'll
Do this when I get back.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't wait for that. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Well,
Alrighty.
love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.